of second online training titled Smart Research, leveraging on AI for uh, literature review, data analysis, and publications. Today is Thursday, the 11th of December 2025. As you are aware, this program is organized by Career Service and Polytechnic Advancement Center, Nuvo Mali Polytechnic Zaria, in collaborations with International Institute of Online Education, National Center, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. Today, we are going to have our fourth session for the program. And today, we are going to be taking through the utilization of AI in data analysis and visualizations. We all know this component in terms of research, in respect of research, is very, very essential, very, very important. Not only in research in academia, but also in businesses, in other sphere of human endeavor. Alhamdulillah, our able facilitator for the day is nobody but Dr. Isa Saidu from Umar Waziri Federal University, Sokoto. We don't need to introduce him more than this, being that he has been our facilitator in the last session, that is session 3, that is utilization of AI for literature review and research organizations. Without waste of time, I would like to welcome our able facilitator, Dr. Isa Saidu, to take us through on AI for data analysis and visualization. Sir, you're welcome. I think our technical officer, you should unmute Dr. Isa.
Oh, yes, I can unmute himself now.
Okay.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
For the career
Welcome, sir.
Nuvamali Polytechnic, my distinguished colleagues, staff, students, ladies and gentlemen, assalamu alaikum and good afternoon to you all once again.
Good afternoon, sir.
It's an honor to be with you once again in this insightful workshop, where I also learned from the participants and from my colleague as well. But first, foremost, ina ga injiniya sai mun cika tara daga Sokoto. Have been taking our name to KB and bring that of KB down to Sokoto.
Wallahi, it's after the introduction I came across, I realized that.
So
I'm
ours
sorry.
is Umar Ali Shenkafi Polytechnic.
Umar Ali, exactly, Umar Ali.
Yes, it's named after the late Maran from Sokoto. And that of KB is Umar Waziri Polytechnic, Benin, Kebbi. So thank you very much.
Inshallah. Thank you very much for the corrections.
Thank you very much. So without much waste of time, I think we should go ahead to the business of the day. I guess my slides are in full view of all the participants.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you. Okay, our topic today is going to be on data analysis using AI. The AI that Dr. Yusuf has introduced twice, and the one that we did lectures on Tuesday on how to utilize AI in literature review. By the end of this session today, it's my hope the participants should be able to understand the concept of data analysis and its importance, to also be able to know, at least briefly, the types of data analysis, to also be able to choose the method, and then know the tools for data analysis and visualization, and then the interaction of AI and the user in terms of data analysis. Like we defined earlier during our last workshop, data basically is either numbers, words, facts, observations, or any other useful information, while the collection is the act of pulling or gathering that data and then analyzing the accurate data for various sources aimed at answering certain or giving answers to certain problems to achieve certain outcomes. While a tool is what the researcher uses to collect the data, while the method of data collection are the strategies used by a scientist or a data analyst to gather and analyze the data for research. So basically for today, we'll be looking at the data analysis. There are basically certain things done under data analysis, which encompasses inspection, cleaning, transformation, modeling, visualization, and also making informed decisions from the raw data you have been able to inspect, clean, transform, model, and visualize. This is actually what forms data analysis. If we go for the types of data analysis, you can see we have basically about 7 or more types of data analysis. We have types of data, we have different types of data that we call the quantitative data. Last workshop, we were able to do what we call quantitative and qualitative data collection and analysis methods. So a quantitative data is actually the data that we can measure. We have 2 types of it. We have discrete, the ones that we can count. Like if I have 5 cattle, I can say 10 cattle, 20 cattle. I can't have 20 and a half cattle. I can only have 20 cattle. But if it is a continuous quantitative data, it's a data that you can measure either in volume or in weight. You can have 2.5 kg, 2.5 centimeter, 2.5 milligrams. And then in this type of data, so the type of analysis we can render to this type of data, we can do mean, regression analysis, analysis of variance, and then we can portray this method through charts, histograms, and then line graphs and whatever. We also have a qualitative data, which the data is not numerical like the quantitative. In this type of data is trying to describe things. We say we have, for instance, types of crops farmed around Ngomali agricultural land, or the type of gender we currently have in the workshop. We have the male and female, or the color, or the levels. And then there is the time series data, which is a data that try to describe a data that you collect over a period of time, either weekly, monthly, annually. You can measure the annual rainfall data of your farm or of a town. You can render trend analysis or line charts for that type of data. We also have cross-sectional data, which is a data someone that collects that type of data at some certain uh, units or times of a year. Like you say, you quantify the, the performance of students in 2024. So a cross-sectional data. So you can use t-test or analysis of variance to verify and make informed decisions about that type of data. And then we have what we call longitudinal data. This type of data is a data that combines the two previous data, that is the time series and the cross-sectional data. And then lastly, we have the structured and unstructured data. From the name, it implies that the structured is kind of organized type of data that is easy for analysis. While that of unstructured is, for instance, you go to Numbamali to snap pictures, to snap videos, to take notes, or to sense a data. This is going to become unstructured because you will have different types of photos or videos or notes that you have collected. Benefit of using AI in data analysis is that if you notice the previous types of data we have, like the mean, median, mode, you use your hands to compute, you tabulate, you use calculator, you put them together, you divide by the number of entries you have to generate the mean, you go ahead to take the standard deviation to do this, or you input into Excel, do this, and generate what you need as an analysis method. But if you are using AI, there is a guarantee for speed. You will have huge data sets that you can analyze within a short period of time. And then because it's a kind of systems, the accuracy is going to reduce the human error because of tiredness, because of hunger, because of other distractions. So the accuracy of using the apps or tools is going to be assured as well. Then the scalability, you can I'll be assured of the scale at which we can treat different data sets compared to what you can do with your softwares or with your hand. And then also the pattern of detection. Uh, you can be able to find out the hidden trends from a data that is going to be difficult for you to pinpoint when you are doing it manually or with our other platforms. And then also there is the automation aspect as also another benefit. You can automate, thereby reducing the queries for repetitive tasks in cleaning, transforming, or inspecting data. Basically, the way I view data analysis using AI tools revolves around three aspects. If you have a data and you want to use AI for that analysis, what I actually used to look at is it's not going to pass either cleaning, interpretation, and also analyzing, which you can do step 2 and 3 with most of the apps and platforms. For the cleaning aspect, hardly or the few platforms can allow you to do that. But the AI will give you that freedom to clean, to inspect, and also check your data before you even go ahead to interpret it. So data analysis in AI revolves around the use of three things. This is cleaning, the interpretation. Cleaning is done to remove all errors that may bring wrong decisions or hallucinations in your outcomes after the use of AI for data analysis. Or you can clean your data so be able to handle the missing values in that data. And also, you'll be rest assured to prepare your data set for accurate interpretation. When you do interpretation, what you do there is actually trying to understand the patterns the relationships between the data sets or the columns or the rows you have in that data set. And then the last one is the analysis, where you do the main data analysis proper, where you apply the statistical techniques that are embedded in the AI, so you can be able to see the insights, you test your hypothesis, and then you can be able to generate the conclusions from your work. And then, why do we need data analysis? Now, you see, our able director has begun to tell us what are the benefits of data analysis in research. Now, you see, if you have a data, if you do data analysis, it will assist you in having a sense from that data you collected. Or if the data is not organized, you run data analysis, you will be able to see it the way, more than the way others see it. It's just like giving an example of two persons. If someone is hungry and someone is fully satisfied, sometimes the way the hungry or the angry person looks at things differs compared to someone that is stable. This is just the difference between the analyzed data and unanalyzed data. And then we also identify patterns and trends in data. We can be able to see the relationships between the objects or the subjects you are studying if you analyze your data. And then data analysis also enable us to make informed decisions. In Nigeria, there's always been this issue of lack of data, especially in our cities, towns, and villages, because this will assist the federal government in making informed decisions in terms of allocations, provision of facilities, provisions of federal government interventions, etc., etc. So if you have your data analyzed, that will assist you in making informed decisions and also predict the future. Now, mostly in historical data, for instance, forecast normally comes as a result of getting and analyzed data. You see, in Nigeria, even though our population is put at an estimate of over 200 million, but it's projected to be one of the most populated countries in the next 10, 15 years to come. So this is one of the benefits or the need we have in data analysis, and also to solve the problems. If you want to be able to understand some root causes of some problems, how effective those root causes, the finding you do, you have to do data analysis to be able to ascertain or link your root causes with the population you are collecting from that point. And then lastly, we communicate the insights to either the public or to the reader or to the sponsor so as to be able to understand and take appropriate action for that data. This is an example of raw data compared to an analyzed data. Let's take, for instance, I wanted to take an example of a retired civil servant. I named him Ufa Company Limited after our director. Let's assume our director retired from service and he tends to go into farming. I wanted to take agri because it's a business of all of us. It's either you are a farmer, I mean all the participants, including myself. It's either you are a farmer or you come from a house that are into farming, or if you check, your first grandfather or second, third grandfathers are definitely into farming. The worst case scenario is you say you are not into farming and you are not in a lineage that goes into farming, but you are related to food because food comes from farming. Isn't it, our director? We all are related to food in one way or another. So I could remember a story of one man passing. He just met a group of five or more people sitting down eating food, too precisely. He just went by the side, washed his hands, and then came and started eating that same tuwo they are eating. They were all asking, "Kai Malam, wa ka sani nan wurin?" Sai ya ce tuwo. Meaning, if he do not know any one of them, at least he is acquainted to
You will
that
not
food.
do
Hey, so all
exactly.
have to to. This is just a rough data. Weekly crop yield in Ofa maize farms. We attribute this farm to director of the center. So this is just weekly crop yield. This data will look at, you see it as if they are just numbers. Maybe Ofa maize farms is located in Sokoto, Zamfara, Kaduna, Katsina, and Kebbi. And now he wants
Study
to get
director.
that is my hope. When you are out of service, you'll be able to see this
Inshallah.
all in
In Allah ya yarda.
aspect of influencer. So let's assume the Sokoto farm reported 120, 130, 125, 140. This will seem to you are just a numbers, a table with weeks, kilogram, and state. You cannot make head out of tail in this data. But if it is analyzed in this form, you can be able to say, okay, so Sokoto has a average yield of about 130, and the trend is increasing weekly. So if you see Sokoto, you come to see there is an increase in the trend. And then Zamfara, the trend is fluctuating. Then that will raise an alarm and tell you, go back to my table. Okay, now I can make something out of it. And then Kaduna is stable. You go back to the table, you look at it almost around the same range 200, 210, 190, 205, within the same range. So when you analyze your data, you'll be able to say, okay, it's now stable. And then it means my farms in Kaduna are performing wonderfully. And those in Sokoto, there is a good growth and they are stable. Those in Zamfara are fluctuating. Then you try to attribute to something that is happening. So you can be able to see the difference between raw data and analyzed data because each and every one gives you a notion. The raw data, you can't make actually lots of decisions from it, whereas when you have the analyzed data, you can be able to make a lot of decisions from that. Uh, Actually, for the sake of this presentation, what I actually did is I tried to look at this data analysis using AI in three steps. The first step, I call it exploratory conversation. This is just for the sake of this class so as to be able to communicate to the participants, hoping that they will understand what I mean about using data analysis using AI. It's called exploratory conversation. This is where the user make inquiries to AI when he's trying to know about the data sets he has. What steps is he to take? What methods of analysis is he to use? These are explorations done by the user so as to be able to know what to do to that data before you even start running analysis on that data. This is level one. You can run all these exploratory questions with AI so as to be able to know what to do, how to do it. If I do, what next? Then, if I get this, what does this mean? This is exploratory conversation. You can do that with AI. And then you can do interactive analysis where you do a step-by-step data analysis. You put your data, you analyze, the next result that comes, you chat with AI, ask AI, what does this table means? What does this graph means? What does this box plot means? You ask AI, AI will explain to you. From the explanation, you also get another question. AI will tell you, can I run ANOVA for you? Can I run regression analysis for you? You say, yes, of course, I want it. Then you can ask AI, okay, what is the relationship between my analysis and regression analysis or my research and regression analysis. This is you keep on chatting with AI step by step so that you can be able to know you explore more compared to the first step. And then the last one is just like the same example I gave you is what I call one prompt complete literature review. In this automated end-to-end output, it's just one prompt complete data analysis plus the report of your work. You make sure you sit down, you generate a convincing prompt and insert into the AI tool. The AI will analyze the data, generate a report in a logical format that you want AI to give you a final report that you can be able to view as a thesis, as a finished report, or as a paper. So this is what is called end-to-end output. And then at level one, these are some of the things AI can be able to help you understand. It can help you understand the structure of your data set. You can be able to identify the numbers, the categories, the time series. AI can assist you to suggest what suitable statistical test you can render to that data even before you start. You can identify if there is need to clean your data or not. Data cleaning is simply you put your data, you ask AI to clean and make sure there are any errors or any inconsistencies. Let AI clean and make sure it's at least reduced to the barest minimum so that you can have better outcome. And then AI can recommend what visualization is it can be given to your data. Like you put data sets, you say, hey, I recommend the visualizations I can get from this data. It will tell you, okay, from this data, you can get a pie chart, a bar chart, histogram, and what have you. And then you can ask AI to plan an analysis workflow using that same data you have. Uh, After that one, what happens is you have examples of prompts in level one. You can ask your uh, tool, what type of data is this? You just input a data. You ask, what type of data is this? Which variable can serve as dependent or independent variable? This is one of the areas that many researchers used to get confused. What aspect of my data will I take as dependent or independent variable? And what statistical methods are best for this type of data? These are things you can ask AI in level one of your data analysis. And then level two, at level two, AI can be able to assist you to clean your data, generate descriptive statistics, produce visualizations, run analysis, interpret outputs, and also correct errors and refine methods. These are the things you can be able to do in level two. This is an example of a workflow where a user will ask the AI to clean the data set and show the missing values. It will do that. AI will show the missing values and suggest how to fix them. Then you go ahead to say, okay, plot a box plot for potassium. I have set a data set for farming, which I will share with you soon. Plot a box plot for potassium in Kebbi or in Zamfara or in two states, for instance. AI will generate the graph for you. And if you are not acquainted with what box plot means, then the user will ask AI, okay, interpret this a box plot for me. AI will provide explanation for you continuously. So these are, by the other side, by the right hand side, these are the some of the prompts you can generate to AI so as to be able to understand and then move ahead with your work. In level three, these are some of the things AI does. Where I say end-to-end one prompt level. You can clean your data also because it's an entirely different thing. Because data cleaning ensures reduction in error. If data is not clean, we are going to see what are the possible problems it can pose. So that's why data cleaning is very essential in each and every level. You see, in level 2, you clean your data. Level 3, you clean your data. Statistical analysis, visualizations, interpretations. Most importantly, if you are using level 3 data analysis of AI, you can get recommendations from your works or your workflow, which you can also get this recommendation in level. And then you can generate a full written report with full references and literature review, which we are going to see in the hands-on practical part of the lecture by God grace. These are some of the prompts you can be able to use in level 3, where you can ask AI to analyze the data set completely. You ask AI to clean the data, generate the summary statistics, create box plots, run regression, interpret the results, and write a full report. In that, you can say include literature review that is recent, APA style, and then with recommendation. Or you can put it and say provide a publication-ready analysis of soil nutrients across the 7 states of northern Nigeria with graphs, trends, statistical analysis, literature review. Then you paste your data into the tool, and then you will see wonders. And then hit OK, grab your book, give some minutes, and you wait. Then that will be generated for you. Like I always want to do, I always like to compare among the three levels. You see, in summary, what I want to say is the three methods are all good, or the three levels are all good. But the best of these three methods is the one you check well, the one you thoroughly check, you verify, and you don't hit that output you get from the AI as the final truth that you are going to present. Each and every one, remember the call we did during the last lecture, remember the ethics. Each and every one of them is generated by AI, but it also comes with risks. So the one that is best among these three levels is the one you check thoroughly, authenticate, put all those measures we said in every acronym so as to be able to know the truth that you can present. Now, the first thing is data inspection. Data inspection, this is where a user tries to ask AI to examine the type of data and then everything about that data. Just try to inspect it. What is actually done in this? You are trying to know the data sets, the text, the numbers, the dates, the categories. If there are any missing values, or you understand the range or the distribution, you can use this type of tools for that process. That is, you use ChatGPT, Gemini, Notebook, chatcsv.com using a prompt of this nature. So I'm interested in inspecting your data. What you actually do is you try to put a prompt of this nature. Later on, you paste your data, then the AI will be able to tell you the classification of data, the types of data you have, what you can do with it, the data quality, and then it will suggest questions and then the analysis you can use. Then the data cleaning. Data cleaning actually is removing duplicates from your data or trying to pinpoint the errors or the outliers or trying to show you what is actually irrelevant. Now, ChatGPT can also do that. So also the OpenRefine. This is an example of prompt you can use in doing that. If you do not clean your data, there is every tendency of your analysis to be incorrect. The recommendations you are going to generate are also going to be wrong. definitely affecting your decisions that you are going to make. Most importantly, you will waste your time, you will waste your credibility to your authors, to the journal, to your institution, to your colleagues because of lack of giving time to check, authenticate, verify what AI has given you or the type of data you have. You do not clean and inspect that data. And then the next thing is data transformation, where your aim here is actually to sort your data sets. You're trying to look at the outdated values or to change the values or to convert the data types. All these things can be done with an AI. You convert, like in chemistry, you try to convert from one unit to another so as to suit the units you want to work with. Same thing in physics and what have you. Using something of this nature in terms of the prompt. And then the modeling. Modeling uh, is just the act of transforming the data you have into something that looks like a kind of analyze or visual item that is fit for decision making. Uh, if you are doing a descriptive model, you can summarize your data. Like if you want to get the total maize harvested in 2024 or in last rainy season. But if you are doing a diagnostic modeling, you are trying to find out why does your maize production in one state or in my farm A or farm B is dropping. This is what is called diagnostic modeling. But if you are into predictive modeling, you are trying to see now that I have cleared my farm, I took my local fertilizer and I have already prepared for this season. What is the outcome, the possible outcome or the production I will get from my farm? This is predictive modeling. This can all be done with AI. I have forgotten to put, you can use notebook, you can use ChatGPT for all this aspect of data modeling, as well as the prescriptive modeling. For data visualization is one of the easiest things. You just try to see your data in a pictorial form so as to be able to communicate easily. This is one of the easiest way of teaching because most people learn by what they recognize. So even data, if you visualize your data using a right chart, most people will be able to make informed decisions from that. So you can use Flourish and use Chat GPT. Now, why I actually put Chat GPT across all these platforms? The issue is, like I stated last time, you see, most people are taking Chat GPT for granted. ChatGPT has its own interface, its commands, its workflows, its strengths and limitations. So, what I always advise is that you stick to learning one of the AI tools, which will help you, like I say, let me say, establish a solid foundation, which will make learning other AI tools easier for you. You can use AI for data analysis, research, you can take it as a research assistant. You can make a write-up, you edit your write-up. After writing, you inject it into AI, you ask ChatGPT to polish your write-up, remove all the errors, the punctuation marks. You can do programming with AI. You can do what is called a decision analysis or decision support, something like SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This can be thrown into GPT and it will give you. And then you can do creative work. You can do image analysis, like the structured and unstructured analysis or type of data we just said. You can analyze your unstructured data using ChatGPT because ChatGPT also does what is called image analysis. You can generate idea from ChatGPT. You see people going to ChatGPT to get their business plan and models from ChatGPT. You can also have professional support ChatGPT can prepare an email for you. It can prepare report, minutes, proposals, policy draft, and what have you. Uh, these are some of the tools we can use uh, in data analysis. And the good thing is most of these tools, let me say they are eight, they are all free and they are user friendly. And these are the category of the tools. Some of them are conversational. It means you can do the second level method, I said, step-by-step chat with AI in doing your data analysis, where it explains concepts, suggests methods, generate codes, interpret results. So also Gemini. Gemini also does that. Notebook LM also does that. Microsoft Copilot. So some of these tools are basically free. That's why I brought them up so that participants can be able to explore them and then make maximum use of all these tools. So now what I will be doing is I will move to my AI interface, uh, pick a data, and then try to see how we can analyze that data using AI. First things, let me share the AI interface first of all. Good. Now, this is Gemini, Google Notebook LM, and ChatGPT. Now, like I said, we have three levels of data analysis using AI. The first thing we said is called exploratory uh, level, where you paste your data or you attach your data. And the thing is, you can add PNG files, JPEG files, PDF files, CSV files, Excel, Word documents, and you can also paste your data into ChatGPT. This is a soil uh, nutrients I collected from 7 states of northern Nigeria. Let me share the data with you so that you can be able to see it before we start analysis. This is what I call fertility data. Assuming engineer Ofa has interest in maize farming across 7 states of the northwestern part of Nigeria, Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara. Don't blame me if I am so selfish to put my town uh, as the first here. So this is a soil fertility data. I'm going to agric data so because it's one of the easiest things to understand. For instance, Mala Ali Kofa is interested in knowing which of the states is fit for maize production before he makes an investment. So he requested people from soil science, from environmental science, to run the soil fertility check for him. They took the soil pH, organic matter, nitrogen content, phosphorus, and potassium content across all these 7 states. So this is the data we have, but it doesn't make much more information. We are just left here with numbers. So now, if we are to go back to our AI, now what is happening is we have pasted our information into the AI. Now, let's begin with what we call the exploratory level. We ask AI to tell us what does AI understands about this data. Tell me about this data. You hit the OK button. And here I will try to generate an information for you about this. Now, you see, the only thing I put is fertility data for my own table. But AI will try to tell you the overview of the data set. The data set contains soil fertility indicators for 7 northern Nigerian states. It will go ahead to mention the variables measured describe chemical properties that strongly influence crop productivity. So, what each variable presents, these are them. So, you see, it's beginning to give you insight. This is just an overview about each variable. The pH, it will define what pH is. It will tell you an ideal pH. So when you come to discussion, it has already begun to tell you what an ideal pH for maize is. Your data ranges from this to this. So also soil organic matter. You get the general interpretation where you get information about the scripts you are working with. And then you continuously asking your, sorry, hope I'm into AI interface. Okay. Now, what the data suggests for maize farming, you see, best combination, key insight. This is the first thing. AI will give you the summary of what data is, or that data is all about. And then it will even begin to ask you, if you want, I can also help you with descriptive statistics, box plots for each nutrient, correlation analysis, ANOVA, and then compare nutrient levels. But this is not what we actually want now. Now, what we want to do is we are still exploring that our data. So we can ask AI to interpret the data set thoroughly so that they understood each and every aspect of that data and then give us a feedback. For instance, we asked, understand all questions and details, reply I'm ready, so that AI will go thoroughly and check if everything is perfect, and it will all tell us if everything is okay, it's ready for analysis. This is a kind of exploration. We are asking AI to know if everything is well in that data. But suffice, we remove one figure and we change it with a wrong figure. We try to include values that are not correct into that data. That AI will try to tell us what the problem is. Now, after asking AI to tell us what actually thoroughly or interpretation of that data, this is a summary, quick numeric summary. Soil pH, soil organic matter, ranges, spread, state by state highlights is giving us details. Relationship between variables and this agronomic implications and short recommendations. So these are some of the suggestions we have. Now, assuming the data is having some figures that are wrong. Now, I have increased the pH. We all know the value of pH ranges from 0 to 14. So I deliberately increased one pH in Sokoto State. I raised it to 17. And then I touched the phosphorus value of Kano. I changed it from less than 20, I take it to 300. So now I'm taking the data and then attaching it to AI to see what will AI tell me about this data. Now, I will ask AI to tell me, inspect the data and recommend areas of cleaning. Now, going to check. It's the same data, but I tampered with some of the values that are there. Now, AI is trying to give me raw data as I pasted it. Now, issues identified. Now, impossible or suspicious pH value. Data is trying to tell you I'm putting pH of 17, which normally ranges between 3 to 10. And then scientifically, the value is not possible for pH to be up to this level. And then it also noted an extremely high outlier in phosphorus. of about 300 milligram per kg in Kano, which I deliberately tempered because there is a mismatch and then an error in that data. So AI is trying to tell you that there is a problem in that data set. So you can be able to inspect your data from that information. You can be able to check and clean if there is anything wrong in that data. Then the next thing is, let's go back to our original data that is correct so that we can be able to use it for further analysis. Now, this is the data that is correct without tampering any sort of figure in it. Now, I can ask AI to tell me what possible analysis I can run with this data set. Now, AI will bring major statistical and analytical techniques. You see, it will suggest descriptive analysis. These are the things, measures of central tendency. It can tell me these are the things I can do under that one. Comparative analysis across states using one-way ANOVA or Topy HSD. I can use relation and correlation analysis, and then regression and predictive analysis. All these ones, after mentioning these ones, you can ask AI to relate what it has proposed to your actual research topic to see if each of these methods of analysis it has proposed are fit into your research objectives. So these are what we call level one uh, exploratory level of data analysis. Now, if you want to graduate further, you can move to a level of trying to run an analysis. Like now, we can pick one of these aspects it has just reported. We can say for it to run regression and predictive analysis for us. Run regression and predictive analysis. It will give you sometimes you grab a book, you wait for a while the AI generates that for you. This is something you can leverage on AI. But if you are to use your systems, you have to go. This is going to be output. And then you can be able to ask, what does it mean? What does it entail? This is the code, multiple regression model, output. And you can ask at each stage of this migration, what does A means, what does B means, what does X means, and what does Y means, so that you can be able to understand the holistic data and then the outcome of that data. So by the second method, you can pick any of the suggested methods the AI suggested for you. And then the second thing is you can relate the outcome of the analysis with my research questions. So you can be able to do this. This is a second level. So what the outcome got, it will relate the outcome of what it has got from the regression analysis. And then you can ask it to summarize the outcome and research questions so that you will have a clear view. This is a second level, summary of research process and analysis outcomes. Does soil organic matter influence nitrogen content across the states? Outcome, yes. Both simple and multiple regression show that soil organic matter is the strongest and this. So this is giving the user an insight on how to approach his data, how to use it, and how to also interpret that data set. And then if we say now we are interested in getting a one report from the complete data set from this data. So it's just about getting one prompt that you generate. You try to make sure, like we said last time, when we are about to generate a full literature review using one prompt, uh, you can include all your needs in that prompt and you ask AI to generate it at a go, and it will do that. Now, our interest here is we want to generate a full data analysis, including different types of analysis. And after the analysis, we want AI to also give us a report. And that report, we want it to state the problem or the problem statement for the research, the aims and objectives, the research questions, the hypothesis, the methodology followed in taking the samples, analyzing the sample, then the data analysis plan, the results, the discussion, and conclusion, all at a go using one prompt. Now, let me take you to a prompt I have organized so that we can be able to see the things we requested or we plan in that prompt before we insert it into AI. Now, this is the prompt I prepared. Using the problem statement and objectives below is a case study. Perform the appropriate statistical analysis using the provided soil nutrient dataset. Visualize the results with charts and bar graphs and interpret the findings. This is the case study input I put. I use Mala Ali Kofa still as a problem statement here. He's a retired civil servant planning to invest in maize farming across several northern Nigerian states, but he lacks reliable information on their soil fertility status because, of course, Mala Ali may not be able to tell you the soil fertility in Zamfara, in Kebbi, in Katsina. He may only be conversant with those in Zaria and only the areas that are closer to him. He may not be able to know those in Kafanchan and those in the further local governments of Kaduna. And then the research objectives I pasted here. This is my data set. These are my expected outputs for the AI to give me. I want the AI to generate a report in MSC format with introduction, literature review. I also requested to get 2 paragraphs. Let me even put 5 in text citation, recent APA 7th edition. This you can add based on your interest. Statement of the problem. What I mean by the arrow is, first of all, give me introduction, literature review, then followed by statement of the problem, give me aim and objectives, give me research questions, give me hypothesis, show me your methodology, show me your data analysis plan, show me your results, and then I want it to link this statement of the problem with objectives and this. We can also conduct statistical analysis, descriptive and ANOVA as appropriate. Any one of the two that is fit for my objectives, let it run. Visualize nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and pH across states using bar graphs. So this is the output I'm expecting. And now, this is what I'm going to take as a whole and then input into AI and then request AI to generate a statistical analysis, a complete report for me so that I can be able to see the report and data analysis. Now we are pasting it into AI. We hit the OK button and then we grab our code, wait for some time. And then AI will be able to give us the complete report. Well, I leave in our code. Director, Director with us? I hope we are together. It's the final work generated by AI. These are the bar graph. These are the files, and then later on we'll begin to see. This is the introduction I requested. MSC format report ready to paste into a thesis use, modify as needed. This is the introduction. Retired civil servant, blah, 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 blah. Mala Aliyu planning to go to our state, to Kebbi, to Zamfara, to Katsina, and this and this. This is the literature review, 5 paragraphs. If you put 10 in the prompt, it will give you 10. If you put 20, it's going to give you 20 paragraphs. This is the citation, which you can confirm, like we said during the literature review class. Second paragraph, third paragraph, fourth paragraph. This one is even coming from Science Direct, Ojeni 2024. So this is to tell you that it's trying to abide by the prompt you have given it by the command. And then the statement of the problem, the aims and objectives, the research questions, the hypothesis, the methodology, data analysis plan, linking the question with the method, results, correlations, regression analysis, ANOVA, visualizations, discussions, conclusions, recommendations. Whatever you put in your prompt is actually what is going to transpire and you reflect in your final work. So this is actually the third method that you can generate for what we call the level 3 method of using AI for data analysis. There are subsequent things you can use to improve your work while the use of AI for data analysis. You can ask, you say, what other farmers can do with this type of data that they have not used, so that you'll be able to see other methods of analysis other than the ones you run, like site-specific fertility zoning within each state. Is recommending what you can use your data for other than the analysis you have run. For instance, you only choose to do one method of analysis. But when you ask this prompt, it's trying to tell you other analysis that is of relevance you can do with that same type of data set. And then you can support each and every one with literature. You can ask AI to support the soil amendment planning with literature of similar data that is closer or done with a region, same region, with that region you really did your analysis. And one of the most important things if you use AI for your data analysis is very good all the time to ask AI to tell you what are the possible questions, readers. You can include authors, or sorry, reviewers, supervisors. You may ask with this type of data set. These are like you are doing what we call rehearsal. You are trying to ask yourself to see what are the possible questions that can be asked about this type of data. Sampling adequacy. Why is there only one soil sample per state? that is going to raise another question. So you can go back to your prompt and add after as may ask and how to address them and how to address them. Meaning, if they ask, what is the response you may likely want to give so that you are rehearsing yourself. So AI can serve as your colleague that holds your book for you when you are practicing for an exam or for a presentation or for a debate. Questions about the data size, set size, and structure. Why do you have only one soil sample per step compared to the previous one before I corrected? These are the possible questions. Explain that the data set provided was a single representative sample per location. So these are the possible questions that can emanate from a third party if you have used AI for analysis. So you can continue on and on so as to improve on the use of data. So lastly, I would like to remind us to always remember that AI generates results based on your input. So if you prompt rightly, you're going to get good answers. If there is a problem with your prompt, definitely is going to affect your outcome. Thank you very much for giving me audience. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Doctor. As usual, it has been an impressive and educative, well-organized and coordinated sessions. Gaskiya, let me allow my colleagues, the participants, to see it. But gaskiya, on my part, I'm highly impressed. I was exposed to so many concepts, so many ideas, so many methodologies. Today, I realize there's a lot to do with ChatGPT. In fact, uh, this is the first time I'm seeing ChatGPT is plotting graphs. So it has been a very wonderful, and thank you very much, Doctor. Let us, as usual, uh, uh, if you have a questions, you can place the questions in our chat, or you raise off your hand, then we allow you to ask your questions. Okay, so you can unmute yourself and then you ask your question. Please, before unmuting yourself, you should be mindful of please the environment, so that you shouldn't make the platform noisy and very rowdy. So questions, you can, as I say, you can place the questions for the doctor to answer either by raising of your hand or by putting the questions on our chat box. Yes. Hello. Hello. How are you hearing me?
Yes.
Hello. So questions, please. Malama Fatima, any questions
Yes,
to
sir.
the doctor? I believe we have a lot. Okay,
Yes,
go
sir.
on.
Good afternoon, Wednesday. And thank you very much, Doctor, for
Good
this
afternoon.
wonderful training and added knowledge to what we have. Please, sir, as you're talking about all this ChatGPT, Gemini, and so. Now, for instance, you have maybe you have a work of about 1,000 pages and you wanted to scale it down to 25. Definitely, you want everything to be like the most important thing. Maybe it's a project. You want all the content, the important content to be. Can all this AI tool generate, or can it assist us in summarizing without tampering with your, that's maybe let's say you have some graph, chart, and pictures. Can it summarize and then with all this thing intact without disabling your work? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. I did not hold your name. You see, this is one of the
My name
works
is
AI.
Fatima. I'm Fatima from Kaduna Polytechnic.
Okay, Haja Fatima, well done. This is one of the actual works AI does that people don't even give emphasis on. Let me share the work we did so that I will show you what it means. Let me pick the data set, sorry, so that I will show you practically, you see what it means. Actually, it's one of the best works you can do. You go and make your report and you ask AI to summarize it, but you have to give a prompt that AI should not change the key informations like this, and this. Miss my AI.
You are not sharing the screen, Doctor.
That is exactly what I want to do now.
Okay, okay.
I hope it's shared now.
Yeah.
Okay, start GPT. Now, look at it. Now, if you can see from the screen, this is a brand new interface. Fatima, hope you can see. Now, what we have here is one page prompt that we used in pasting prompts to give us a general summary of our work, including the data analysis. Now, if I want to summarize it to 3 lines, it's just about giving prompt. This is the prompt you used in getting the total report, data analysis, and the full thesis from our AI. So now, if you want to summarize this to 3 lines, it's just about giving the AI a prompt. Now, let's take it into 3 steps. Summarize into 1 paragraph. You hit OK. It will take the whole narrative. You see, it's taking time to do that. Sometimes it's faster than Gemini and others. You see, for each and every aspect, I'm getting 1 paragraph. Sorry, let's even modify the prompt. You see, the prompt is 1 page. I can, sorry, summarize. Okay, it's here already. Summarize the prompt to 1 paragraph. I'm still working on the previous command, that's why it's not stopping. Now I can do this. Summarize the prompt to 1 paragraph. Now you see, look at the nature of this prompt, how lengthy it is. It has summarized this up to just how many lines? 8 lines. You can ask AI to summarize to 3 lines. Summarize to 3 lines. It will do. Before I answer your question, this is just it. And then you ask AI to summarize, but keep all the important aspects within your reach. They shouldn't be tampered with. Summarize the prompt, but keep the basic requirements in the output. These are the requirements, which are the expected output. Now you hit OK. It will summarize the prompt we just used, and then it will keep all the outputs like the introduction, the objectives, the research questions, the hypothesis. So if you have 100-page and you want to summarize to 25 pages, like you said, now what you are going to say in the output or expected output is, like, you try to command AI to make sure that the headlines or the subheadings, you mention them in bracket or you put comma between them, that they should not be tampered with. They should be bold. They should be brought out from the write-up AI is going to give you. I hope, Fatima, I have answered your question.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I got it now. Thank you very much.
So make sure whatever you don't want AI to tamper with, you bring it out clearly in your prompt. Like, in doing this prompt, I asked AI to give me a logical flow of introduction, literature review, problem statement. So same thing, you try to tell AI to leave your images, your subheadings, and fit everything in 25 pages or in 10,000 words count. AI will do that for you, I assure you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Doctor. We have some questions here. Aisha Aliu Laden is asking, what are the assumptions behind linear regressions?
Okay, this is the same thing I was telling you. If you take a method of analysis and AI just pumped it up itself, you did not ask it to do. It does itself. So you ask AI, why does AI use linear regression in your work? Why the choice of linear regression in your work? Or what is the relationship between linear regression and your work? This is something you ask. I don't know if she saw it in the analysis we did. That's why she asked. Or she's asking generally between generally in the data analysis as what does linear regression means. But if AI pops it up itself, for instance, it come up with scatter plots or fitted plots, and you are not clear with it under regression. So you try to ask AI, why did you choose to do regression or linear regression for me? And what is the relationship between this and my research question? And then I will try to justify. And if you are not okay with it, you try to ask AI to back it up with a literature, meaning let it find someone that has done same analysis with the same data I have, or similar analysis with the same data, or closer to my data. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. This one is saying that is from Ali Husseini. He's asking, can one AI tool be applied all through without being prone to plagiarism?
I think we have discussed this last time. You choose to use one tool continuously without another. The only issue is all AI tools generate machine responses. So they are bound to make mistakes. So you don't take completely what is generated from AI, or you don't take the output and present it entirely as a result. you have to subject it to verification using your human critical thinking and judgment so as to be able to, one, if it is an information, you paraphrase and you put it in your own wordings. If it is data analysis, you first of all clean check that data, but you can copy paste the bar graphs, the charts, and other visualization it has done to your work. But you don't copy word for word the information given to you by AI into your thesis or your journal publication. Or you can leverage on one AI completely because these tools are continuously being updated day by day. So it's only when you explore them deeply that you can be able to know what they can do. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Ruwan Uthman. Please go ahead with your questions.
All right.
Ruwan Uthman, go on.
All right, sir.
Unmute yourself. Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Engineer,
Thank you very much, Dr. Sir.
engineer,
You have done very well for the presentation, and it's very educative. At least we have enjoyed it so much, sir. Allah be. And then I have, with the presentation, I come up with, there's an issue I usually have, at least two issues I wanted to ask it to help. I was doing my MS right now, almost to the completion section. Then I came across the issue. There's two things I wanted to ask. One is the issue of reference on the AI. I don't know. I'm finding it difficult to get a clear referencing format for the input I have or the output I have from the AI, especially this ChatGPT. I don't know the help one, and then the other aspect is the issue of replication of the existing paper. If I have a paper, just like our own side, we usually do much of the programming aspect. Then it's you might try to get a replication of the code sometimes for you to be able to enter the code and see what you can change to get your own result. And sometimes some papers, there are a lot of challenges, or you may not exactly get the exact code of from the base paper. And sometimes it's troubling me, sir. I'm having issue on it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. First of all, the issue, it's like you wanted to say something.
Go on, Usman. Doctor is saying you should go on with your question.
Okay, sir. I said I have the issue on the referencing. Even the presentation you just made.
No, he thought you want to add something. He has already gotten that one.
No, there are only two questions, sir.
Okay, Tom. Doctor.
Okay, thank you very much, engineer. The last time, you see, we have AI tools other than GPT that are meant purposely for referencing that will help you in getting all the papers you used. Let's assume you use 10 papers throughout your work, or you have been creating folders for your work. Maybe you get 10 papers from Science Direct or from a colleague. Now, if you use an AI tool like Notion AI, or you use, I think Notebook does that, and you can use Zotero. I'm sure you are acquainted with Zotero, which you can use as a plugin into your system, Microsoft Office. These tools can be able to extract the references from those papers and arrange them in a format you request from a prompt, and then which you can copy down to your Word Office. This is one thing I know. And then secondly, you can throw in the details of any paper you are interested. into the interface of ChatGPT, you only command ChatGPT to arrange that references and in a format of your interest. If you are into upper 6th edition or upper 7th edition, you try to show or tell AI to show you how you can put the citation or referencing of that uh, information you got from that paper. So you can inquire about free AI tools that can be used as reference managers. What I know for now is Zotero. Zotero actually helps in arranging your referencing style in any format you are interested in. Secondly, uh, like you see, I'm so much into ChatGPT. I'm trying to explore ChatGPT to know its strengths, its cadence, its limitations, and the powers that I can use. I've not been exploring some because when I begin to learn AI, I understand each and every one has its own power. So I have just begun to learn coding in AI tool, and I know you people, most especially in electrical engineering. What I usually use coding for in ChatGPT is I will ask ChatGPT to generate a coding for me, which I will copy into SPSS. Immediately I hit the OK button, it will generate that exactly analysis I want to perform. Secondly, you can replicate a code. You can put that code into a tool like ChatGPT and then request to produce a similar uh, outcome to that of yours, given an appropriate what is it called prompt, because ChatGPT also does programming. So I'm very sure with adequate prompt you can be able to replicate coding or a document, because some of the easiest things you can do with ChatGPT is you write a 2-page document. For instance, you write a document on Kaduna State, information related to maize farming, for instance, in Kaduna, you can upload to AI. You ask AI to replicate same 2 pages on maize farming, but this time around for Abuja or for Lagos. So it will extract all the headings, all the informations, all the relevant literatures it was sent, and then produce the same. So also for coding engineer, I assure you it can do that. I hope I answered the question. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Yeah, thank
Okay, go on, Usman.
I just say thank you very much.
Okay,
So,
okay, okay, okay.
it came
Any
out.
other question,
From
please?
the field. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. This
Yeah.
this one is asking, how do you handle missing values in dataset in a dataset?
Okay, there are two things here. Missing values can be from the field. Probably you went to pick a pH value and you forgot to pick that of Zamfara because you are scared something may happen, so you ran away and leave it. So in that case, you either retake that value or you try to take 2, 3, 4 values and take their mean so as to generate data for that missing column. And I'm sure if you ask AI, it will give you some of these recommendations. But I don't advise you fabricate that value and put in there. You have to either take that value again or you take a mean of 2 values in between that column and produce the missing value. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Any other questions? Uh, before we go to add more value or to take us to make things more simpler also, I would like to achieve one or two things, Doctor, as per what Doctor has taken us through. You see, this ChatGPT, as he said, is a more or less, you can say, it's a university of itself. And there's a lot of facilities, and we are not more say, you can say, we are underutilizing it. Now, the doctor has taken us through all this data analysis, and some of us are want to use the direct input. They want to copy or they want to take it through to either PDF or so. I advise, as we are doing our work with ChatGPT, you see, we have this facility project. So it's a very good way of organizing your activities, your research work, your data analysis. If you are doing a data analysis for project A, you have a separate folder for it. And here is it. You just give projects, let's say you are doing analysis on the effectiveness of either fertilizer or something of that nature. So you come and get your project here. When you do that, then you create your project. So all whatever you do on that aspect of analysis, you see, you are going to be having it here. Like for example, my own case, you see, I have so many projects. I have folder for my career service center. I have a folder for this online. Look at it. This online. Look at my folder for online. Everything is here. So at whatever time that I need a certain information, or I want to build or continue on that uh, uh, work, I'll just come down here. That is number one. Number two, I advise, as you are working with this AI tool, that is ChatGPT, go to Canvas. I have seen Doctor has been using it. So whatever you now ask the ChatGPT to produce it for you, at the end, after analysis, let's say analysis of population of Kaduna, you mark you. Look at the canvas here. Analysis of population or men in online program or whatever. Let me just so you can see, because I don't want what our able facilitator has taken us through. It's very, very important. So you can see, as the tool is producing, so you can see it has produced whatever it has produced. The most essential things I'm here for, okay, it has not yet done with answering my work. So let us see. So maybe it has done. So what I'm seeing, you can see it can come down here. So it unlocks. Is it in the PDF format or in the Microsoft Word? Since we are being encouraged by our facilitators to make not absorb everything that this AI tools are giving us. We need to refine, we need to correct, we need to add, we need to subtract. You see, it has already downloaded the Word format of the outputs or the response that you see. So you can come down here, edit, enable your editing, and then you go on and effect corrections, refine your work, make remove what you don't need, add what you can be able to need. So you see, it has simplified and it has made work easier for us from the tool down to our MS Word or down to our PDF, and then we can continue working on our work. So this is the only thing I wanted to add, because this is what Dr. Yusuf has encouraged us in session 1. That is application of AI for what? For academic excellence. So you can see how you can be able to. So as we are doing your graphs, you can export the entire response to PDF, PDF or MS Word for your work. And then try as much as possible to use that facility of what? Facility for organizing your work, so that you shouldn't be going up and down looking for material and then looking for how to, and then repeating your work. So this can be able to assist us to, inshallah, get our work ready. So thank you very much, Doctor. We quite appreciate way and the manner you have been taking us through. Alhamdulillah, we have nothing to say, but may Allah increase it in in knowledge and health as well to continue advancing the knowledge of artificial intelligence. On behalf of all the participants, we are saying thank you very much, Doctor. To our participants, we are saying also thank you for having the time to listen to our able facilitator. Our assignment has already been released yesterday, and the deadline for submission is Saturday, 12 midnight, Saturday, inshallah. Tomorrow, we are going to have our second week two quiz by 4:30, inshallah, normal 25 questions within the 30 minutes, inshallah. So before then, we are saying thank you very much and bye-bye. Discussion continues in our platform. Please, our facilitators are 24 hours with us. If you have any questions, you have any observation, you need any clarification, please, let's engage our facilitators for us to have maximum benefit from this program. Thank you very much. Till we meet tomorrow on during the end of week test. Thank you very much. Doctor, sai mu yi magana.
Na gode, sai mu yi magana.
To insha Allah, to shaya. Now, zan kawo ka gona. To insha Allah, zan kawo ka gona na ayi da kace in yi.
Sama shi kenan. Na gode.
Thank you very much. To shi kenan. Thank you very much. Sai mu magana. To okay, participant, thank you very much. Till we meet insha Allah tomorrow during our CA test. Thank you very much. And may God bless us all. Thank you very much.
alaikum salam.
Ka dawo ne?